Hello folks, it's very cold today. I am off for 2 days, so I went out with Mike today for an overnight, and it's horrible. It was just a pain walking all the way up here, and even right now my hands are red and they are so cold. The weather is already minus 20 plus the wind, so we're talking about, I don't know, 25 or minus 30 degrees. And also because of the heavy snow that came in, and we had a lot. You probably saw his video when he was just here clearing up. The space between the hot tent and the bank of snow had narrowed down a little bit, so I have to I want to make it wider. It's gonna be lunch, and I'll be cooking some soup. So these are my homemade Mexican pie. Now I don't remember if you watched my last video about the stuffed peppers. Now I had some leftover, like tons of leftover from that stuffed bell peppers. If you haven't seen the video, it's just before this one that I will be uploading soon. So the video, the leftover meat that I was explaining, just put it in that, and it made me some nice Mexican pie. It's gonna go with my soup later. All right, see ya. I think that one of the coolest things about having a nice tent is that it doesn't stop you from doing a lot of small projects without, you know, having to worry about the cold. And especially in a cold weather like this, you almost have to get out of the wind all the time to be able to do your small chores, like cutting wood, or, you know, just basically taking care of the tent all around. And I think it's really nice to have a nice place to just get into and rest a little bit. So I'm gonna keep cutting more wood. So lunch is cooking, cutting wood at the same time. But also I want to share that one of the things I'm very pleased about the recent improvement here is that, you know, at the beginning when we moved the tent and all in here, and we had to, you know, we dug a lot of snow. Actually, it went very well. And at the beginning when we set up the hot tent here, you know, probably you know, you saw it on the video, one of the videos anyhow, it was all wet here. So Mike had put some boughs, and I am very pleased to say that super dry. Makes easier for me to work, you know, especially when I'm cutting wood like that on your knees, so your suit at the same time, your clothing is not all wet and then you get cold. It's really nice and dry. It was actually a very good decision that we moved here. And what I'm trying to do right now actually is pull that aside here. I love this tablet, by the way. The Atuk stove there. This is so awesome. Instead of having just that small pace, it gave me a little more here, so this is actually warming up pretty good. Just turn it once in a while there. In my country, in the Philippines, where I was born and raised, we cooked a lot with tomatoes. You know, we use some tomato sauce, actually, tomato sauce in our spaghetti and stuff like that. But actually, because the Roma tomatoes are very cheap in the Philippines, we cook a lot with this. We use it with meat, we use it with fish, beef, pork, vegetable saute, and a lot of things, and it actually is really good, you know. So yeah, I'm getting hungry. So just added my pre-chopped vegetables from home. If there are things that you can prepare at home before you come here, I mean, if you don't mind, that's all right to, you know, do it all here, but that will save you time, so you can cut more wood, multitasking at the same time, so that'll be awesome. So I'm just gonna let these vegetables cook up a little bit before I add my water, and then goes in my Lipton soup. Changing gear because my pieces are getting bigger. I think it's gonna go easier with this. So more cutting. Well, I add in a little bit of water, not broth, because your Lipton is going to be super high in sodium already. You don't have to put the whole sachet, that's up to you. But what you do is you want that beautiful red orange color. So what I do to make a good soup is you add water a little bit at a time. So like this one, I just add a little bit, let this simmer, and then add a little bit more later. So just get in all the flavor of the soup before I add in the noodles and everything else, and then by that time your vegetable too would be cooked pretty good. That's gonna be a yummy soup. Just let this little bowl here, that's actually your sodium, and you don't need spices. You could just probably put peppers. Actually, you could even just use one if you want to. But so far, so good. Yep. So now that my belly is full, I just ate some good soup and a Mexican pie. Back to work. So folks, shoveling after you had lunch is not so bad actually. You have a better chance of warming up yourself, even though it's the same temperature as this morning and I have a hard time talking. I couldn't simply shovel this morning after, you know, walking all that time and then coming into camp. So cold, I didn't have the energy, so just rested a little bit, had something to eat, and now the back of my teepee, because if you could see right here, that is my bed cot. So basically what happened was a lot of snow, like this much of snow was pushing right into here. So I had to constantly, like regularly when I come. Of course Mike is doing already a lot of the job when I can come and I'm not working. I try to help him out to keep this tent up and running for us so we could always come here. So far that's what I've been doing. I have one more side to go actually, and then back to cutting some wood. I'm trying to make this, as I said a while ago, as wide as I can, so when a Mike would come regularly to pull some of the strings and tighten it for us because of the heavy snow, it would be easier for him. Like this one is so deep, I had to dig in there, so it's actually not so bad. It's going shoveled pretty some good. More, and I put this like halfway, so it kind of like, it's still soft to sit on it. It's actually very loose snow, but I made it all the way up there. It's gonna look actually like a bench. If that will happen, of course. So there you go. I'm still here on this side, by the way. The other one is not done yet, but I'm working on it. Stretching our back. And a while ago when I was outside, I was trying to film the shoveling part. I had a problem because it was super cold that my phone actually shut off. And I brought my power pack, but it's like the two were very cold and they were taking forever to warm up. And plus inside was, we kind of like neglected the stove, so it wasn't super warm in here when we got back. And so now we're just kind of like be concentrating on warming up the tent, finish the chopping a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna still shovel one more side that I haven't super cleaned outside the tent. I'm gonna try to do that before supper time, and it's just gonna be just relaxing. You making me a coffee?
Yeah, I'm making some coffee.
Thank you.
Just open up the valve a little bit.
Thanks for singing. I got that captured pretty good. Got another song? Nice and cozy in the tent, that's for sure. That's supper is, let me bring my light here. Supper is slowly cooking. Spaghetti for supper, and I just ate my soup. So wood, finally I was able to cut the wood, all of it. Whew. And just drying some of our stuff. Okay, stove is doing a very good job. Not eating a lot of wood, just perfect. So that's my little space here, right there where my lamp. I'm actually happy that I have a little table of mine head there, but sadly this frost right there is gonna stay there. It's really so cold. Like I have never seen that, not even in the -26 the last time we were here. And we're just gonna have to sleep with the frost. Frosty the snowman. Yeah, so that's, hold on, let me get a turn. Oh wait, hold on here. Okay, so it's all the way up there. Hi.
Hello.
So yeah, that patch is holding up pretty good. Yep. Some water here. Hi, how are you? What's your name? Anyhow, yeah, you see that? So
You want your sleeping bag
our
touch
stuff. Yeah, that's what I was trying to do actually.
Maybe what you could do is pull that.
Yeah, when I sleep, so we don't.
But you got the table in the way there, you'll have to back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I will. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. What happened, hon?
Huh?
What happened?
Well, one little piece of kindling was touching the side of the stove, and it's so hot that it started to catch on fire. I was starting to smell some smoke. I said, what's going on? So right now I'm just moving the little kindling, and we took out all the leaves under, because this thing is burning real hot, and you want to make sure that nothing touches. Right now, that's perfect distance. There's at least 3 inches there, and here there's like 6. So right now we are set. I want to keep the kindling for the morning if ever it's completely out.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna check my food too. How is that doing? Let me see. If I could put my gloves where I'm holding my camera. Ah! Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay. On the left side of the corner is water. Oh, you don't see a thing, huh? Hold on. You know, you only have 2 hands right there. Okay, so that's water. Yeah, remove the other one. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. That is some nice looking mean sauce. Okay, we're gonna have to give it a stir. Can you give it a stir for me, please? And I have to hold the flashlight, that's why. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, but...
Alright. So, here we go. I love this phone. They have their own lights, you know, when you film at night. If you put it in automatic, it's cool. So, spaghetti sauce. This is the sauce he was boasting. I think I'm gonna add the rest. That's gonna be not enough. Somebody eats more than I do. Although I had a little soup and he didn't. That's all we're having. No complications, no cheese, no garlic bread, folks. Just a nice, normal spaghetti sauce. So, I'm gonna add the rest. Alright. Woohoo! That is supper! Are you happy with your sauce?
Of course I'm gonna be happy.
It's gonna be super yummy tonight. It's gonna keep us warm with this cold weather. Like the chunk of meat in there. Yummy!